Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, so it's that time of the day when we spend a couple of minutes to talk West Indies Championship. Now, earlier this morning, I gave you the result between Jamaica Scorpions and Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. The Scorpions walking away with victory. Now, we're going to be taking a look at the other games. And I will tell you some interesting things happened on the final day. Now, let's start with Leeward Islands Hurricanes versus Guyana Harpy Eagles. This game ended in a draw. This game played out to a draw, my people. Now, Guyana Harpy, just to recap the scores real quick. Guyana Harpy Eagles in their first innings, 193. Leeward Islands in their first innings, 335. Harpy Eagles in the second innings, 490 for 9 declared. Leeward Islands batting a second time, 147 for 3. Let me just go through and give you the top performers from each innings. Probably the top two guys. For Guyana, in that 193, we saw Anderson getting 77 not out. He was the main scorer there. Now, for Leeward Islands, it was actually Raheem Cornwall who was the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 25. Justin Greaves, Hayden Wash Jr., and O'Shane Thomas all picked up 2 wickets each. Spencer picked up 1. Now, batting for Leeward Islands in their first innings, where they got that 335, Casey Carty, who we spoke about yesterday, falling short of his century. He made 92 of 182. Jamar Hamilton got 80 from 124. Bowling for Guyana Harpy Eagles, Ali Mohammed, he picked up 5 for 91. Niall Smith, he got 3 for 62, while Kemo Paul picked up 2 for 61. Now, batting a second time for Guyana Harpy Eagles, this is where the batting unit came alive, my people. Anderson getting 101, right? Tevin Imlach getting 123. Imlach's 123 came off 238. Anderson's 101 came off 246. Right, so those were the two top scorers. Kevin Sinclair also chipped in with 62. And yesterday we spoke about Matthew Nandu getting 66. Now, in terms of the bowling for Leeward Islands, it was Spencer that picked up most of the wickets. He got 5 for 77. He was supported by Raheem Cornwall, Hayden Wash Jr., and Gore, who picked up a wicket apiece. 490 for 9 declare. Leeward Islands Hurricanes batting a second time, 147 for 3 of 50 overs. Right? Mikel Lewis 61 from 101. Henry 36. Jamar Hamilton and Casey Carty, they were at the crease, 23 and 19 when things came to an end. Bowling for the Harpy Eagles in that second innings, Versamer Permal, the veteran, 2 for 27. Ashmead Ned 1 for 47. So that game ended in a drama, people. So shout out to both teams. All right, let's move on to the next game. So that was Leeward Islands and Guyana Harpy Eagles. Let's look at Windward Islands Volcanoes versus Barbados Pride. This one, Barbados Pride won by 2 wickets. Yes, 2 wickets. Very close game. Now, scores in the game, Windward Islands in the first innings, 186. Barbados Pride, 198. Batting a second time, Windward Volcanoes, they got 316. Barbados finished on 307 for 8. So winning the game by 2 wickets. Let's just look at the top scorers from each innings and the top wicket takers. In that first innings for Windward Islands, Sunil Ambrose got 110. He was the main contributor. Bowling for Barbados in that first innings, Raymond Simmons 2 for 32, Ford 2 for 19, Drakes 2 for 48, Warwick 2 for 45, and McAllister picked up 1 for 38. Now, Barbados Pride in their first innings getting 198. Top scoring for them, we saw Matthew Ford getting 43, Kyle Mayers getting 40. So those were the two guys with the bat there for them. Now, bowling for Windward Islands, Gayston getting 6 for 52, He was supported by Tyson, who picked up 3 for 49. We also saw a wicket from John. Windward Islands batting a second time in that 316. We saw Hodge getting run out on 99. Alec Arthur is getting 78. Descartes getting 50. Bowling in that second innings for Barbados, Raymond Simmons picking up 4 for 47. He was supported by McAllister, who got 2 for 35. We saw Warwickon, Drakes, and Matthew Ford with a wicket each. Now, batting a second time, Barbados Pride, 307 for 8, getting across the line. Once again, unfortunately for them, Craig Brathwaite, didn't trouble this. Well, he didn't do much. He got 2. Mosley got a century, 109 of 215. He was supported by Kyle Mears, who got 70 from 63. Matthew Ford, 66 from 67. So those were the main contributors with the bat. Bowling for Windward Islands Volcanoes, Kenneth Denber leading the way with 4 for 95. He was supported by Ryan John, 2 for 58. We also saw a wicket from Tyson and Kian Genston. So those were the wicket takers there as that game ended. So Barbados Pride winning the game by 2 wickets. So congratulations to Barbados Pride. Well tried to Windward Islands Volcanoes. All right, let's take a look at, I think this is going to be the final one. West Indies Academy versus the combined campuses and colleges. This one was also a very interesting game, my people. The two teams that are rooted at the foot of the table. Let me just go through the scorecard here. So combined campuses and colleges, let me get it here real quick. Combined camp. All right, so there we go. Match ended in a draw. Was a very, very interesting game, but ended in a draw, my people. So combined campuses and colleges in their first innings scored 238. West Indies Academy 316. Combined campuses and colleges 395 for 8 declared in their second innings. West Indies Academy 6 for 1 in their second innings as the game came to an end. So let's just look at the top scorers in that 238 first innings for CCC. They were led by Paris, who got 52 from 95. We also saw Captain Jeremiah getting 47 from 116. Kyle Corbin getting 48 off 112. Bowling for West Indies Academy in that first innings, Joshua Bishop, 6 for 78. He was supported by Motora, who got 2 for 57. Jediah Blades, 1 for 55. Now, batting in their first innings, the West Indies Academy did pretty well. They got by the 238. They scored 316. They were led by Teddy Bishop, who unfortunately fell for 99. Tough luck. Joseph made 65. Right, Bishop's 99 came off 140. Real tough luck for the youngster. Bowling for CCC, we saw Shemar Hola continuing his impressive form, 4 for 81. He was supported by Romaro Greaves, 2 for 69. Jaden, he got 2 for 38. We also saw Larry and Akeem. That's Akeem Jordan picking up a wicket apiece. Now, combined campuses and colleges batting a second time. They looked really good in that 395 for 395 for 8. Let's just take a look at it, my people. Couple of guys getting off. We saw the captain getting his first century. That's Jeremiah. He got 107 off 131. Evelyn got 47. Paris 56. So those were the main contributors to that batting display there. Kelvin Pittman 3 for 70. Jediah Blades 2 for 79. Joshua Bishop, Motar, and Clark, they picked up a wicket apiece in that second innings. All right, finishing off now, West Indies Academy, they were 6 for 1 when things came to an end. Let me just see who was there. Akeem Ogis was removed for 4. Joseph and Bishop, they were at the crease. The 1 wicket went to Akeem Jordan. So once again, that game ending in a drama, people. So shout out to the two teams. They gave it their all, and that's how it ended there. So The target, let me just let you know, the target for West Indies Academy was 318, and as we saw, they didn't get a chance to go. The target for West Indies Academy for let me see, yeah, that was the target, 318, right? Yeah, so that is basically it, my people. Gonna leave it right here for now. Big up on yourself. Stay safe. Bless up.